Hey guys, I'm Mitch,
I'm Austin.
and this is Super Platinum Achievement, and we are going to talk about the EA Play Live that's going to happen on July 22nd in just a second. First off, guys, if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button down below. It does help us out a ton. Also, if you like this video at the end, make sure to give us a big thumbs up. So EA diverted itself from E3, which seems to be a trend, and they decided to do their EA Play Live event in July, and that's going to be on July 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
So this is not the first time they've technically not been part of E3. They haven't really been a part of E3 the last couple of years. They've been doing like the Saturday right before it starts, but it wasn't actually E3. So this is the first real break from that actual like week of E3 that EA's done. So they're kind of following Sony's lead on this one, and E3 is just not as important as it used to be apparently. So
no. Yeah, with the digital world and being able to live stream to everybody, it's lost a lot of its relevance.
Yeah.
But we're going to kind of give you, just like what we did with E3, we're going to give you our predictions on what they're going to talk about. Obviously, we're going to get the update on the franchises we already know about. They've already said we're going to get a lot more on Battlefield 2042. Obviously, Madden, FIFA, Apex, the game that will probably never die. We're going to get tons of stuff on all those, but we're going to kind of throw some things out there that we think are going to happen. And we're going to start off with one that's pretty much confirmed by everybody except EA themselves.
Yes.
And that's the Dead Space remake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we kind of first heard about this maybe a few months ago now. It's kind of been
started trickling out there,
on the rumor sphere. But it was one of those rumors that was like pretty, I don't know, like had reliability or
had some legs to it, yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't just like, oh, this is maybe happening. It was like, oh, I think it was like some inside leak of like this guy's like was working on it or something and said, oh yeah, this might be happening. So.
And now more and more sources are confirming it. It's like just EA themselves haven't said it's happening. Dead Space, the first game remake, and from what we've heard is that it's not going to redo anything. It's going to be more like what Resident Evil 2 remake was, where it takes the baseline of the game and just makes it better and keeps the story and maybe add
a little bit more here and there kind of thing.
Yeah.
But really just bring it into the next generation, because Dead Space is a fantastic game, and it has been kept alive on PC through like modding and stuff like that. I mean, it still has a huge following, so I'm pretty excited to see this. I loved this game when it first came out. I remember going to GameStop back. And I was like, oh, what's this case with like a floating hand? Like, what is this game? And I had no idea, obviously, what it is. And I remember my brother was like, oh, that looks stupid. And then he comes back and bought it like 2 months later. Like, look at this game. You son of a. But yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah. I think they're going to go the Resident Evil route with the whole thing. I think we're going to get remakes of 1, 2, and 3 before they give us a 4. I think they'll have different teams working on it. We're going to get a team working on the remakes, and then I think there is going to get a team working on a Dead Space 4.
Yes, as long as they really keep the horror element to it,
right.
I will be happy, because that was the problem about 3. It got a little too first-person shootery and not super horror. Game, and I mean, Dead Space is the reason why when I go through doors in any game I play, my gun's already aiming through the doorway because
ready to go.
Something was always going to be there. You just didn't know exactly when or where, but there was always something waiting for you in this game, and I'm super excited to see it brought back into our now new generation of gaming. So.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, Dead Space 1 is what we'll get this time, and then later down the road, I think we'll get the 2 and 3 remake announcements. But moving on to something that's obvious, but not obvious, Madden 22, we know they're going to talk about. They've already announced the cover and everything. We're going to get the short little teaser that they always do, whatever story mode they're going to implement this time. But I also think we are going to get Madden back on Nintendo for the first time since, I believe it was Madden 13 that was on the Wii U. We haven't had...
What's funny is that's the last Madden, I didn't buy it for the Wii U, but Madden 13 is actually the last Madden I bought on the PS3 back then. So.
Yeah.
Calvin Johnson
on
the
I believe,
cover.
Yep, Calvin Johnson on the cover. And it was actually really cool. If you played the Wii U version, the Wii U really had a lot of cool features to it. But you had the gamepad, and you could actually draw a custom route for your receiver to run on the gamepad.
Ahead of
so
its
it was
time.
really cool, but at the same time, EA had to special make this game just for that. So they were like, that's too hard. And it didn't sell as well on the Wii U, obviously, because nobody bought the Wii U.
Yeah.
But now the Switch, is on track to being the best or most successful console of all time. It would be stupid for them not to take advantage of that and put Madden on there. If they did, my prediction is that Madden would sell better on the Switch than any other platform.
Probably. Because it's been a while since it's been there.
Yeah, and it's the perfect casual game to play, in the car or on the train, playing wherever. Mm-hmm. You're not dedicating a ton of time to it. You dedicate maybe an hour to, playing a skirmish if you want to. And yeah, I think it's perfect for it. But I think we're going to get Madden 22 on the Nintendo Switch.
You heard it here first.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course, they're going to cover probably, the next FIFA, and maybe one more sports game, maybe another NHL or UFC. I mean, we haven't seen anything come out. They don't do those every year, I feel like. So maybe we'll get a new UFC or NHL game or something along those lines.
They did say they're planning on reviving another franchise, whether that be Dead Space, the one they're talking about, or maybe it could be one of the sports franchises that they actually hinted at doing both. So
NCAA,
I'd love to get another.
It's coming back.
I'd love to get another NBA Street. You ever play that one? That was a fun game.
And NFL Blitz. There we go.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm going to move down my next list. Mitch and I are both in agreement on this. We are going to see a new Star Wars game, whether that be a DLC story to Jedi Fallen Order, a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, or just a new Star Wars game in general. So
yes.
Also, we did talk about maybe also some DLC for Squadrons as well.
Yeah.
So they're EA, obviously they're not exclusive to Star Wars anymore, but they still had obviously two big Star Wars games. So I wouldn't be surprised if they keep that going with those games, or do have a new game in the works as well, because they did have a head start on many other studios with these Star Wars games. So
yeah, something Star Wars. I will be absolutely shocked if Star Wars doesn't show up in one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a Battlefront 3. Who knows?
Yeah, hopefully it'll be better than the first two.
Yeah,
Battlefront 2,
joke.
Grew legs eventually, but it was too little too late.
Yeah, unfortunately. That's EA's way of gaming sometimes.
Exactly. And then another prediction I have, obviously we're going to get Battlefield 2042, but last EA Play they did, we actually got a Medal of Honor VR game. I think they might bring Medal of Honor back and stick that with the more either past or present war style, and keep Battlefield as the more futuristic war style.
I can see how this could work. I think it's doubtful on my end, just because I think Battlefield carries a bigger name now, unfortunately. But
yeah.
But there is a window for it, since Battlefield 2042 does not have a campaign.
Exactly.
They could do a really big dedicated campaign to Medal of Honor, which if you played the reboot and Warfighter, the campaigns on those were absolutely fantastic.
That's the campaign on every Medal of Honor I've ever played has been fantastic.
But when they rebooted it the first time and it came out, right when Battlefield 3 came out, it was right around the same time. DICE did work on both games. But for me, because both Battlefield 3 and Medal of Honor had a single-player campaign, Medal of Honor was way, way above and beyond than what Battlefield 3 was at the time.
Yeah.
So if we can see, because there's still fans of the single-player, shooter out there. I mean, I do enjoy the campaigns of Call of Duty and whatnot. That's why I'm bummed Battlefield 2042 does not have a campaign. I would like to see maybe them pick that up in the next Medal of Honor or something. So
Yeah, we'll see. I'd like to see it. I've always been a big Medal of Honor fan. But we'll see. That one's a little bit out of left field. They might just let Medal of Honor die, but I'd love it if they were able to find a nice little spot for it in that campaign, like you said.
Absolutely. So. Just, I think we're going to get a pretty big coverage of the EA originals. It's like that's where they showcase the indies that they've been working on.
Yeah.
We've gotten some really good ones in the past, like It Takes Two, A Way Out, stuff like that.
It Takes Two was phenomenal.
So
my wife and I played that game, and it was amazing.
The EA originals that they started doing a few years ago have been actually one of the EA's best things that they've ever done.
Yes.
They really focus on the couch co-op, the old school way of playing games, and they showcase these indie developers. I know we did get a few last year that they covered, so maybe we'll get some updates on those, but also with some new ones. I'm pretty excited. The EA originals, I think, is a really special idea that they do work on and actually help these smaller studios get their name out there and get published by probably one of the biggest video game publishers out there. So
yeah,
and you can tell that in those games in particular, people really care about what they're doing, and that's why they're always so good. So
yes, yeah, I'm excited to see what comes out of those studios. And then lastly, we did get it finally announced after years and years of rumors and memes, and it kind of just became a joke. But it was officially announced that they're working on it, and I think we're going to get some gameplay this time, and that's Skate 4. So Skate is the other franchise that's aside from Tony Hawk, and a lot of people prefer it because you have more freedom in Skate. You can get off your board, run around. There's different little things you can do.
And the board mechanics are different too. It's like
completely different. It's more realistic.
Yeah, because like you control the feet with the analogs versus just pushing buttons to do a kickflip or something. So it's I'm kind of excited for. I mean, the memes and stuff have been great, and it's unfortunate that those are going to go away. But
no more.
Unless this game's terrible, then it's just gonna keep memes.
Skate 5.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I think that's about what we will see. I do have a couple more predictions. I would like to see a Titanfall 3 come out. I know there was a pretty big resurgence on Titanfall 2 when it launched on the Epic Store. I believe it was free on Epic Store and really increased the population. I think Apex Legends also has helped that out as well because that is set in the same universe. So I really would like to see a sequel to Titanfall. Titanfall 3, because Titanfall 2 was great campaign, super fun multiplayer, and if they can just keep that going, unfortunately, I'm hoping that this last leg it's had of pretty high player counts can carry it into a new game. So like to see that.
I'm a little doubtful on that one, just because it was recently put out there that there's only literally 2 people left working in the Titanfall franchise.
Really?
That was put out there. It was specifically Titanfall 2, and making sure that the campaign or the multiplayer, is updated. But everybody else that was on those teams has apparently been moved to Apex because, that's their huge game.
Yes.
And it's the same, you said, the same universe. So I don't know. We'll see, but they could be a smoke screen that they moved a lot of those people from Titanfall 2 and maybe a bunch of them to Apex and some to start on Titanfall 3. Maybe, I don't know, but Titanfall I don't think was successful enough for them to keep going. The first Titanfall was a really big letdown because it was exclusive to the Xbox One, and I think that was the mistake there.
Did kind of kill it there, and then Titanfall 2 I know actually did have a better launch, but the problem is Titanfall 2 released in between Battlefield 4 and whatever Call of Duty was that year. Terrible window. Don't know why they decided to do that, and that's why Titanfall 2 never caught on. If they released it later, like spring of that following year, I can't remember exactly which Call of Duty it was, but I think it was like Black Ops 3 or something, maybe Black Ops 2. So it was kind of a bad time to release a first-person shooter when you're like up against the Goliaths of Battlefield and Call of Duty. So
right.
Hopefully they learned, and maybe we can get another Titanfall out in the future. But and then it's a great concept. So I would like to see it. It'd be fun. But my last prediction is maybe we'll get a new Need for Speed as well. It's been a number. They did a remake of the original like last year, maybe. I think it was last year, 2 years ago even. I don't know. That kind of just fell flat. People weren't super excited about it. But, there's been rumors that they're going to be doing a remake of Need for Speed Underground, which I would be all for, because that was
Yeah.
the Underground franchise was
That was the best
super
part
fun.
of it. Yeah.
So I definitely would be all for that, because I really love the actual street racing. I don't like this kind of open world driving idea. I don't know. I think, you know, Need for Speed needs to go back to its roots, and it's, you know, a single player game that you can connect online and do online races, but you don't have this open world that you just like, oh, let's just
drive
move.
around.
I don't know. Not my favorite.
Yeah.
So
And I think it'd be great timing for that as well, with you know, Forza Horizon 5 coming out into this year, and then Gran Turismo 7 coming out beginning of next year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be a great timing window to wait till those two launch, and then maybe middle of next year to keep those racing fanatics going, get a new Need for Speed coming out. Because after, you know, they play the heck out of Forza and Gran Turismo, they're going to want something else, and I think Need for Speed would be great to fill that gap.
So yeah, those are my predictions. Obviously, some of them have been confirmed that we will see, and then obviously some of the stuff we talked about are predictions that I would like to see. Do you have anything else, Mitch?
I think that's all I've got. You know, we always have all these predictions we would wish to happen, but we're never going to get all of our wish list.
Hey, it's not Nintendo,
but I think,
okay? So
yeah. But I think we're going to get a good amount on this one, especially because I think they see a window to be the big company with all the cool announcements, because E3 was such a big letdown, and
it really was. So,
recent state of play was nothing.
Yeah. So we still do have the Sony Experience coming up later this year. We don't have a date on that, I don't think, yet.
No.
So, which we did talk about. Yeah, the one big bummer for me is no BioWare will be at this. So obviously, no Dragon Age, which is a bummer, because I feel like that game is going to be out relatively soon. We haven't seen anything on it. They first announced it like 3 years ago, so it's been quite a while. And then I don't know if there's going to be a new Mass Effect either. So we won't know because no BioWare. So
no BioWare. So, but EA does like to do these EA Play Lives more frequently, so we might see same thing, maybe one in July, and then they might pop another one out end of the summer, or maybe, you know, beginning of fall time, you know, end of October-ish. I think we might see something else as well, and maybe that's where BioWare will be the headline developer in there. But
and if they do, we will cover it, because that's what we do.
Yes, when we can. But those are our thoughts on what's going to happen for EA Play on July 22nd. Let us know what you think. Are we completely wrong? Did we miss something that you think is going to be there? Tell us in the comments. It helps us out a lot. Also, if you hit that subscribe button down below, and if you like this video, give us a big thumbs up. And we hope to see you again here on
Super Platinum Achievement.
See you guys.
Bye.